this is by far the best car I ever owned, and I promise I'm not being biased just because I recently got the car.
This is FAYZED music.
That car has surpassed my expectations, like in just everything. I'm gonna compare this car a lot to my previous car, which was the Camaro ZL1. I knew it was slower. You know, you guys saw my previous video that, you know, I need to take a break from fast cars, bro. I need a break. And even if the car is not as fast as a ZL1 or not even as fast as a Camaro SS, you know, it's 255 horsepower, 295 torque. For its class and the numbers, I can tell you that it's not what it seems on paper. In my previous video, I think I said it's not as fast, and that is true. It's not fast, but I would say it's more quick. You know, there is, you know, kind of like a difference between those two. But the car, just from comfort, performance, handling so far, I love it. And that's why I can honestly say that, you know, after my my break, you know, and my you know, vacation from fast cars, when it's time to come back, I can honestly say I'm going to get an M car. Now, one of the reasons I avoided this car in the past was because of reliability ratings. I've heard some horror stories, and you know, every car and you know, every manufacturer come with their problems, but it seems BMW was up there in that area. And you know, some feedback would say, oh, the complaints are more on older cars. Some people said they never had any problems. But either way, what made me get this car is that apparently in 2022 and 2023, and you guys can check this out online yourself, but in 2022 and 2023, apparently the reliability ratings went up third spot under Toyota and Lexus, which is, bro, if you guys know anything about Toyota and Lexus, they're considered the bulletproof engines, and for BMW to be third under that is yeah, that's something. That's saying something. So because of that, I mean, there wasn't anything left to not pull the trigger on one of these cars, man. And you know, I like the styling, the looks, everything else. I liked it. All right, man, enough talking, man. Let's go for a drive. Even the key feels nice and premium. Yeah. No, I've seen fancier ones, but you know, still feels nice. Jeez. Could never get tired of that sound. Put on the wide angle. Well, I was one of those who was always laughing at the BMW memes or acronyms, and I'm sure most of you have heard it, but you know, you got break my wallet, you know, broke man's wagon, or broke down, what was it, broke, I don't know all of them, but you guys know what I'm talking about, man. But you know, I was always one of those laughing at them, and I can tell you, I am not laughing now. This car is the real deal. I almost traded this car for a Lexus IS 350. The reason I almost did it is because the Lexus, well, you know, Lexus and Toyota is known to be more reliable, and the body style of the new IS series, it looks pretty decent, you know. So I made a post on Instagram, or a poll: should I trade in for the Lexus or should I keep the BMW? The majority said get the Lexus. You know, and I was like, I think it was like a maybe about a 60-40 ratio. But I don't know, guys. I mean, yeah, the reliability ratings on BMW are up, but it's not as good as a Lexus, I'm sure. But still, so far I can tell you, I do not regret my decision. I've driven an IS 350 too, and you know, I'm happy with the BMW. Hold on, I'm gonna put it in sport mode. So sport mode in this car, the biggest thing I feel is that the throttle response is just a little bit more sensitive. You know, it holds the RPMs longer, you know, like a sports car should. And you hear, I don't know if you can hear, but that noise is
red light
a
camera
lot.
reported ahead.
The noise is a lot more audible. You know, I don't personally like that noise because it sounds too, I don't know, kind of like you straight pipe the car or something. You just hear that boom. There's no highs and lows, you know, compared to like the sound of a V8, of course. But still, I mean, no, if you can get past that, the car exhaust is stock. I believe I can configure sport individual, and while I'm stopped, I'll show you guys. So see, you have sport here, and then you have sport individual. So I can configure the individual. Oops, let me go back. I can configure individual, and if I change the engine, well, it actually, my individual is actually already on this, but if I had selected individual, you see it says comfort, so the noise would not be there. Now, I'm not too sure what else engines, oh, look at the gestures. I'm not too sure what engine changes besides the noise. I don't know if there's any performance difference, but you know, if you guys want to be in sport mode and also not have the noise or the louder engine noise being piped in, you know, you can do that. So this car makes its power around the 1500 RPM mark. So what that means is that when it comes to the initial launch of this car or starting off, it has a very, very nice kick. So it will take off very fast. But obviously what you notice later is
red light camera reported ahead.
Okay, thank you. What you notice later as you climb in speed is that, you know, it's not as fast. But if you go, and I'm not saying I went this speed in this car, but once you start to reach like about 100 in this car, you can feel like the turbo's really working in this car. And it feels like it's getting, you know, kind of like that kick again that you got on the lower end. So, you know, overall performance wise, man, this car, you know, good on gas, decent performance to get you going, but, you know, I would say not enough to get you in trouble. Of course, you know, anybody can get a ticket in any car, but, you know, this car, you know, it makes me a little bit more humble with speed. Not that I don't speed anyways. I mean, you know, it's green screens and stuff. You guys know how it goes, you know, just all for entertainment purposes, bro. This video is highly edited and not real. Green screen is in use, AI is in use, video editing software is in use. Do not try this at home. I'll show you a launch. I don't know, sometimes though the sport mode feels like it holds the RPMs for too long, and I feel like if the car shifted earlier, it probably would have been faster sometimes. You know, but this is something I notice. But am I going to modify this car, like downpipes, tune and stuff? Probably not, because I'm trying to save my money. You know, there are a lot of things I have planned this year, and you know, part of why I got this car was to save some money, guys. And I can tell you, let's talk about money for a little bit. So, money-wise, let's talk about money for a little bit. So, money-wise, let me tell you, it is a night and day difference, dramatic difference in cost to own this car. I'll talk about my payments and other stuff in the future, but the car payment is less. Insurance stayed the same. Actually, unfortunately, my insurance went up, you know, which I expected.
Red light camera reported
My
ahead.
insurance went up about $82 a month, which, okay, I can deal with, because if you guys saw my previous video, I said one of my fears was the insurance company dropping me, and you know, I like Geico. I don't want to be with any other insurance company, but yeah, cost wise, like payments, gas, bro, the cost is just so like, and it's like I forgot what it was like to own a car that was like just like so much cheaper on maintenance. It's crazy, and I didn't really realize, right? Like the ZL1, you know, I'm making the payments, making the gas, like maintenance and all that stuff, but I didn't realize until this accident happened and me, you know, going to this BMW, how much of an impact financially that made. And like long term, and my plans didn't really go as well, or I should say my plans didn't go as fast as I wanted it to. It didn't go as fast as I wanted it to. They're going, but long term, if my plans, you know, didn't pick up, then I don't know what would have happened to the ZL1 either way, guys. Who knows? Maybe if I would have maybe gone broke in the future, who knows? But yeah, so right now it's just so much more money saved. If by the end of the year I have a dramatic change,
Red light camera reported ahead.
Dramatic change in my career, especially, that's like a big thing for me. If I have a dramatic change in my career, I have, you know, some big goals inside there regarding that. You know, if that works out well, plus some side businesses I'm running, then hey, boy, we go in M. You know, we go in M car because you know, muscle cars are great, guys, don't get me wrong, but having that luxury along with the performance, that's a different type of level. That's different type of money. And you know, so many Camaro owners, you know, I saw them going towards BMW, and I couldn't understand why. Not just Camaro, but muscle car owners, and I couldn't understand why. And now I do.